Good afternoon. I'm Briggs LaSavage. Thanks for joining us. Just hours after President Trump's State of the Union, the White House announced the vice president will visit Wisconsin tomorrow. We're learning Vice President J.D. Vance will be in Plover, which is near Stevens Point. He'll be touring a machining facility and delivering remarks following up on the president's speech last night. We'll have coverage of Vance's speech tomorrow here on Northern News Now.